What's up everybody, I'm HoopsandHipHop and welcome to something a little bit different that I am really excited to try out. So ever since I was a little kid, I absolutely love the idea of creating my own Pokemon and creating my own Pokemon world. It's obviously something that's very common amongst the fan base, but it always really fascinated me to be able to come up with ideas for my own Pokemon that I personally thought were really good, and I did it all the time as a kid. Fast forward to now though, and now that I'm a full-time PokeTuber, I thought it would be really fun to go back to that time of creating new Pokemon and really just kind of have a lot of fun and challenge myself to see what I can come up with in terms of my own Pokemon designs. So today is going to be the start of hopefully a new series on creating brand new Pokemon of every type, and today we are going to start with the electric type. Basically, I am going to share with you guys my ideas for new Pokemon of every type and show you my development process throughout the video, and then at the end I will show you the finalized design, which has been drawn in full-on Sugimori style by the wonderful Dark and Windy. Seriously, this could not be done without him, because I cannot draw for the life of me. So please check him out on Twitter and give him a follow because I really owe the ability to do this to him completely. And as you might have noticed in the title, today we are going to start with the electric type. So without any further ado, let's get into it. Here is my idea for a brand new electric type Pokemon. Now, the idea for this one actually started a while ago because a few months ago I randomly had the idea of an electric type Pokemon based on a berry. I really have no explanation as to why this idea popped into my head, but nevertheless it did, and I thought it was intriguing enough to kind of see it through and try and create an actual fully fledged Pokemon design with it. So after I decided this is the theme I wanted to go with, I wanted to go ahead and see if an electric type for a berry is something that would actually work or have some real inspiration, because I didn't want to randomly give the electric type to a berry if there wasn't a real reason for it to have that type. And after a bit of research, even though I didn't really find anything electrical per se about berries, I did find a really good candidate that was close enough in the form of a lemon. In case you weren't aware, lemons are highly acidic and have a ton of electrolytes in them, which actually allows them to conduct electricity and even be used as batteries if you know what you're doing. On top of that, lemons are naturally yellow, which is of course the signature color of electricity and the electric type, so I thought a lemon-based electric type Pokemon was the perfect way to go. Also, a part of the reason why I wanted to go with this design is because I wanted to do something atypical. I really find that the Pokemon I enjoy the most are the ones that do something that's unexpected that you wouldn't really think of, but then they still do it in a way that makes perfect sense, which really, in my opinion, just makes them that much more enjoyable once you dissect their design, so that is the route that I want to try and go. So yeah, given all these factors, an electric type lemon Pokemon is exactly the type of thing I want to go for. Now, because it is a lemon, and a lemon is obviously a fruit, the official type I'm going to give this Pokemon is actually grass electric, but the reason why I'm covering it here is because the idea for this mon started as an electric type, and if we continue with this series for every type, I will eventually do another Pokemon for the grass type as well. Now we're going to go ahead and actually get into the design. Now, a key thing with designing an inanimate object Pokemon like this, at least in my opinion, is to not make the Pokemon just look like that object with a pair of eyes. Yeah, you want to make it clear that the object is the inspiration, but you also want to make it organic looking enough that it looks like a living, breathing creature. Creativity also factors into this a lot because personally, I like Pokemon to be as creative as possible and not really be a one-to-one Pokemon version of their inspiration. I think Pokemon designs become great when they combine a lot of different elements seamlessly into one creature, so that's what I want to try here. So these were all of the thoughts and ideas I had for this Pokemon, and at this point, this is where I went ahead and handed over all of the details to Dark and Windy for him to draw the actual design. Now, this is where Dark and Windy really worked his magic because he went ahead and took my thought process, and in terms of a body style, he actually went with something more akin to that of a squid or a jellyfish, which I did not think of at all when I was imagining this Pokemon in my head, but I think it actually works well because once again, it makes it obvious that it is a lemon Pokemon, but doesn't just make it a lemon with eyes and makes it look a little bit more organic and natural of a creature overall. When it came to factoring in the electric type nature of this Pokemon, Dark and Windy went ahead and factored in the battery potential of a lemon and went ahead and stuck some nails into its head. Now, originally we had a nail and a penny in its head because a nail and a penny are common objects that are used in a lemon battery, but because I wanted to preserve the organic nature of this Pokemon as much as possible, I went ahead and had him replace the penny with a second nail and made the nails kind of look like horns, so to speak. So not only were they representing the battery inspiration of this Pokemon and the electric type nature, but they were also acting as an organic part of this Pokemon's body, which gave me the balance between having that nice little bit of inspiration, but still making it look like an organic, natural creature like I mentioned I wanted to do. So with all that being said, after all those revisions and details had been gone over, and after a little bit of back and forth, this is the final design that me and Dark and Windy came up with for this Pokemon, and personally, I thought it turned out pretty well, all things considered. Another thing that actually ended up factoring into this Pokemon's design that was completely unintentional is the fact that with the nails acting as horns, this Mon actually gives me a little bit of a Martian type vibe as well, which actually goes really well with the squid body type as well, and that really just makes for one more interesting bit of inspiration that can be factored into this design. And like I said, when a lot of different inspirations come together in a Pokemon to create a really kind of fascinating looking creature, that is what I like the best, so even though it wasn't intentional, it ended up working out really well. And finally, the name that I ended up giving this Pokemon is Lemilite, which comes from the word lemon, electrolyte, which not only has the word electric in it, reflecting the electric type, but it's also the thing that makes lemons conduct electricity, and it also straight up has the word light in there, which can obviously refer to electricity as well. And there we have it, everybody. That was my attempt at creating a brand new Pokemon of the electric type. Now, as I said at the beginning of the video, this was obviously a more atypical inspiration for an electric type, but I think it just added to the challenge overall, and I think it turned out pretty well, all things considered. I've also got to give a huge shout out once again to Dark and Windy, because not only was he able to make my creation come to life, but he also did it in the Sugimori art style, which is another thing that has always fascinated me in terms of coming up with new Pokemon designs, being able to put them in that official art style, so I really could not have done it without him, so definitely check him out in the link below because he deserves all the credit in the world. If you guys enjoyed the video though, be sure to give it a like and let me know down in the comments below what you think of this Pokemon. Do you like my inspiration? Do you like all the factors and details I had going into it? Or was there something you would like to do differently? Or if you were tasked with creating an electric type Pokemon, what would you do? Definitely leave it in the comments below, and if you would like to make this a series and create a brand new Pokemon of every single type, which I think would be a blast, definitely let me know in the comments below as well, and be sure to share this around and just support it as much as you possibly can with likes and shares and views, because that is the ultimate deciding factor into whether or not I can do this as a long-term series. If you are new to the channel though, be sure to subscribe for way more Pokemon content every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. And if you'd like to support the channel further outside of just watching videos, check me out on Spotify, give some of my Pokemon music a listen there because that directly supports the channel and it's very much appreciated. With all that being said though, I will be back on Saturday for another video, so be sure to hit that notification bell so you can be notified just as soon as it goes live. And with all that being said, I hope you know I love you guys and I will smell you guys later.